Hello and welcome to my channel. My name's Rachel from Sew Round the Bend. In this video we're going to be looking at the disappearing 9 patch, and I'm going to show you how to make the block that you want to make. So let me show you how I do it. When I make disappearing 9 patches like this, or this, or this, I like to start out with a framework, and all I do is take some square paper and I draw boxes on the square paper. And I'm going to show you now how I plan out my colours. There's lots of different colour combinations you can do, as well as varying the number of colours you're using. So I'm going to start off with using 3 colours, and I've chosen pink and a darker pink and a darker purple. So if we start colouring and make our outside corners this light pink, I'm just doing this very quickly for you. Then we do our cross in the middle, a darker pink. And then our centre square as the darkest colour out of 3, this lovely purple. You can see that's one way you could set out your colours. The other way to do it is to have the light colours in the cross instead of in the corners. So we'll go ahead and we'll do that on this one. Dark pink in the corners. And then again the dark purple in the centre. Now you can see hopefully that these two are very different, and when we cut these apart the difference will be even more noticeable. All we're going to do here is cut this in half down here and across here. This makes it really easy because I've done it on squared paper, so I can easily follow my lines. Okay, so now we have 4 squares, and this is where the fun bit starts. This is where we can start moving around our pieces. So it goes from that, and if we turn this round to the corner, so this purple is in the corner and this purple is in the corner, you can see we sort of have a figure of 8 pattern. The other way to do it is to turn this back and to rotate each one round 1 time. So rotate round, anti-clockwise, anti-clockwise and anti-clockwise. Then you sort of get this shape in the middle. So there's multiple ways to do this, and it's up to you which one you choose. I quite like the one that looks like an 8. So this is my favourite. So I've gone ahead and stuck these pieces of paper down, and you can really clearly see this 8 motif here, but it's not quite so easy to see on this fabric, and that's because this light pink is what is making the 8. And if you can see here, we started with our block looking like this. So in my opinion, it's better to have the lighter colour on all 4 corners of your block. And one more thing to notice is the purple block, which is the block in the middle, is the one that gets cut up into the smallest piece. So I tend to use those for blocks that I don't like quite as much. We're going to move on to 4 colours now. So in this example, you can see that I have my light colours forming this cross, and then I have orange in the corner, and then a darker orange stroke red in the other corner. I'm going to show you again how to make the 8 block. You just turn 1 all the way so it's opposite, and now you can see we have this block. On this side we have the comparison of what this block looks like, but with a darker colour forming the 8, and this is how the square began. Of course, you may not want to stick to the same colour family. Maybe you want to try using some bright scraps, or maybe you have a layer cake. And in this way, you can see how I've done this with these. Now, in this example, you can still see the 8, but in this example, it's very, very difficult to see the 8. So at this point, when you get to 4 colours, you're starting to lose that pattern a little. What I want to show you here is what happens when we have 5 colours. Now, there's not too much of a difference between this and this, which is our starting blocks, but as you can see, they do yield different results. So if you can make 2 blocks and you've got enough colours to make those 2 blocks, you can get 2 very different blocks out of it. And for the ultimate scrappy quilt, why not try 9 colours? And this is what it turns out like. Or you can just use 2 colours, which gives a really striking effect. So I hope that video has helped turn this into this. If you have any questions, please leave them below and keep watching for more content. Bye.